yeah, recently, or in the last 30 to 40 years, there's been a greater increase in, women in the workplace, and I think this has created a lot more richness. One of the questions is, are women in management just emulating what their predecessors were doing? And yes, that can happen, because that's a simple path, right? You just copy what you see in front of you, and if it worked for them, it worked for me. So yeah, that does happen. But you also have, my experience, women in the workforce that have brought their aspect to the workplace. So if I can cite some of the research, now that there's more statistics, and not that it's all based in statistics, but indications. What major studies have indicated that, typically speaking, a woman in management position has typically more open to different ideas, okay, and listening, empathic, an approach, whereas studies show that previously men in certain management were less open to change and so on. So that is one of the key factors that women are brought in. That's a clear difference on a statistical side of things. But again, things boil down to the individual. And if the individual, as we mentioned earlier on, has a clear idea of who they are, what their principles are, they will introduce into, whether it be the workplace or whether it be social situations, their values. And at the end of the day, that's more important, distinguishing what are your values as opposed to age, sex, colour, whatever. What do you bring to the table? And I think that's more important. Typically speaking, I work on projects where in one case there's like more than 42 nations involved, and you can imagine people from all walks of life. And at the end of the day, what shines is the individual who has knows who they are, knows where, has probably a clear idea of where they want to go. So again, go back to this statement: know yourself. And knowing yourself will maybe put you in a position where you're going to judge the weaknesses of others and appreciate more of their strengths. And again, that can only be a benefit, whether you're a woman or a man or whatever.